To know him, you realized he had a heart of gold. He was the kind of man who often would tell you, "You've got to find your drive, and when you do, let it make you feel alive." Initially, I was caught up in the allure of the nightlife, enjoying the late hours and the bursts of laughter from patrons who didn't seem to care about their worries outside the pub. There was a vibrant energy in the air, fueled by the spirit of youth, yet something inside of me quietly unsettled. You see, while I enjoyed the momentary pleasures of my job, the long-term path felt fuzzy and uncertain. The thrill of concocting cocktails and engaging in playful camaraderie began to lose its allure as the night crept into morning and the answer to "what's next?" began to echo in my mind. It felt limiting. One night, in the dim, lyrical glow of the bar, my manager noticed I seemed off. He called me aside during a lull in the crowd. "What's got you down, kid?" he asked, his rugged features softened by genuine concern. I shrugged. "I don't know. I just feel lost, I guess. I mean, I love my friends and the job is cool, but it doesn't feel like it's taking me anywhere." He chuckled lightly. "Ah, that's the problem of youth. You feel the thrill of life, but don't know its direction." He leaned against the wooden bar, peering into my eyes as if trying to dissect the puzzle I presented. "But here's the thing. You need to start digging deeper. It's not about what you're doing now, but what you want to be doing. What drives you? What sets your soul on fire?" His words resonated, igniting a spark inside me. I understood that I was merely skimming the surface, and it was time to dive deeper. I began to inquire into passions I had long neglected. I had interests outside the confines of the bar, aspirations held back by insecurities, uncertainty, and the laughter that dissolved into routine. I wanted to write, to paint, or perhaps even become an artist that brought joy to others, like the very murals I saw around town during my day-to-day travels. Fueled by this newfound ambition, I took to journaling every day, expressing my thoughts and reflections. Initially, my entries were awkward, filled with self-doubt and frustration. It felt much like trying to learn a new language. My sentences clunked along like a rusty machine, often stalling in the mushy terrain of indecision. But through persistence, my writing began to flow. Week after week, as my pen scratched against the paper, I transformed meaningless symbols into powerful narratives that defined my experiences. Months passed, and with encouragement from my manager and friendships, I enrolled in a community college course on creative writing. The excitement was palpable as I stepped into the classroom. It was a leap into the unknown, and I embraced the vulnerability intertwined with sharing my writing. Each class was a cacophony of diverse ideas, identities, and art forms clashing together harmoniously. My teacher, a wiry woman with a bohemian spirit, coined sayings that seemed to hang in the air without effort. "Words are our breath. They give us life. Embrace the unscripted moments. Write messy, write raw." It was liberating. The amalgamation of voices urged me to view life through a kaleidoscope of perspectives. As weeks transitioned into months, my inclination towards art flourished, unearthing layers I never knew existed. Writing became my compass, guiding me through introspection and helping me decipher the puzzle of who I was becoming. Inspired stories poured from my heart, collecting dog-eared notebooks filled with fragmented dreams, lessons learned, and the beauty I witnessed in life's subtle details. One evening, after a particularly exhausting shift at the pub, I found my manager reviewing small artwork lining the walls as he reminisced about his own youthful days. I recognized a spark in him, recalling our shared past of aspirations. The bartender started sharing his own journey, the risk of leaving what felt comfortable to chase a dream of becoming a woodworker, an artisan who crafted stories through his hands. Something about his earnest authenticity filled the air with an inspiring cadence, and it struck a chord within me. "Every creation is born from a dive into uncertainty," he said, drawing a deep breath. "The trick is not to fear the tide, but to learn to swim within it." I smiled, feeling emboldened by the sense of community we had forged. Just as I was awakening to my own creativity, he had brought forth parts of himself too. Each of us stood on different shores, but our efforts in striving for self-improvement were the same. As the seasons changed, the hours of bartending became mere threads in the fabric of my burgeoning artistry. Through practicing self-discipline and nurturing a blend of creativity and rigor, I began to submit my stories to local literary journals. One fateful afternoon, a letter arrived. My work was accepted for publication. I felt as if I had climbed a mountain and caught my first glimpse of the world beyond. While I have since pushed through the challenges of imposter syndrome, rejections, and each plateau that followed success as if I was scaling my own Mount Everest, it has always been the encouragement from friends, family, and that once intimidating manager who sometimes still shows up at the bar that keeps me alive, challenging me to be the best version of myself. Keep digging deeper, he'd remind me when he caught my eye. The treasures grow beneath. Reflecting now on my journey, I recognize that every day is filled with infinite chances for self-discovery and improvement. Each moment, every decision leads to the next step on a path unrestrained by borders. No longer was it merely about the drinks I served. It was about crafting a life intertwined with purpose, inspiration, and the relentless pursuit of dreams. As I sit here, ready to speak my truth to the world, I ask myself what I wish to impart. There is a profound lesson in this experience. Never underestimate the strength of your dreams, the relationships that shape you, or the willingness to overcome fear through tenacity. Each of us has a story locked within, waiting to bubble to the surface when we dare to look beyond comfort zones and lean into what drives us fiercely. It's all about perspective, like that once timid bartender turned storyteller. Remember that whatever hurdles stand before you, the ability to redefine your life's purpose is always within reach. Dive deeply into who you are, and through that, let the world witness the rainbow of colors that blossom from your unique journey. In conclusion, let this story be a reminder for anyone contemplating their position in life. Embrace the path of self-discovery and do not shy away from the exhilarating yet arduous climb to your dreams. The beauty in our existence stems from embracing the struggle and joy contained within. May you too fan the flames of your passion and ignite the courage to chase after your mountain, whatever that may entail. Keep your hearts open and embrace the relentless pursuit of who you are meant to become. You will surprise both yourself and everyone around you.